what is happening. Because now most of the hospitals have a CCTV, so all are recorded. And one very eminent gynecologist, a urologist, and a gastroenterologist was beaten like a dog. 2 or 3 persons beating him with whatever is available there, continuously. And the poor doctor, I told you the mindset is always empathy and sympathy. He is not even protesting. He is not even raising his hand. He is receiving all of this. And even if you look at it, you also feel that it's a very, very cruel way of getting a justice for whatever wrong the person has done, if at all he has done a wrong. And taking this into consideration, at least 14 states in our country has an act to protect clinical institutions and doctors. But then the act is only namesake. Even in the states where the act is in existence, the government is not doing anything. Because the politicians themselves feel that if they insult a doctor, they become more popular. It's a wrong psychology they have. Publicly, if the politician, privately they are very considerate to us, very sympathetic to us, they appreciate us very much. But in public, every politician, if they open the mouth, they will say bad about the medical profession. And this is itself is the reason why the violence is increasing. The custodians of law, the custodians of parliamentary democracy themselves are insulting the doctors. So they feel, the public feel that what they are doing is right. They are not questioned. So, but this is a very, very bad scenario. You yourself know that the number of doctors in our country is not enough. When we have 1 doctor per 1,600 population, what the WHO says is that we should have 1 per 1,000 population. When a doctor in a Western country sees 15 patients per day, we are seeing even 100, 200, in a primary health center, even 1,000 patients. So we are doing what is humanly possible, just because of our dedication. We don't say that there are areas where there can be negligence. It's not willful negligence, but because of the sheer load of work, sheer exhaustion, there can be overlooking of certain aspects of it. And even here, we are ready to accept the verdict of a court, whether it's a consumer court or a civil court. We don't say we are immune to all these things. So the workload that we handle, if you medically, if you look at it, when we say a student attending class can only absorb 20% of what he is taught. So that's the concentration span. A person, doctors are much more intelligent because they come through a process and definitely. So their capacity could be more, but it is not limitless. If you start seeing a patient today morning and by evening again you are continuing looking at the patient, naturally you become exhausted. Your judgment can be flawed. But it's not the fault of the doctor, it is a fault of the system. What is required is the system has to be corrected. So government don't want to correct the system. They want to blame the doctors for whatever happens, whatever wrong is happening in the medical sector, health delivery. Government, politicians and administrators want to blame the doctor. I can tell you in Bihar, the number of doctors required, the population has increased, and in the primary health center, more patients are being handled. But staff pattern in Bihar has not been revised at least for 15 years. So the same number of doctors are still looking after the increased workload. Whose fault is that? You are forced to do more work and quality suffers. And why you have to do more work? Because the system is at fault. You should have more doctors. Although there is less of doctors available, still there is scope for increasing the number of doctors, increasing their facilities. So that those things are not happening. Doctors are always at the, but This is not good for public. Even when there is a war, the hospital is exempted from attack. Do you agree? Anyway, even in civil war, you find that hospital is the one place which is sanctum sanctorum. It is exempted from any attack because both groups have to come to the hospital if they have a problem. But without provocation, if the hospital is attacked, the doctors are attacked, what will be the morale of the doctors? It is not that the doctor alone is attacked. You should remember that there will be at least 20 patients, maybe 350 patients in the hospital. The hospital is ransacked. There will be persons who are going to deliver. There may be patients who have a heart attack. There may be patients who have an operation. And if the hospital becomes an insecure place, suddenly, what will be the psychology of the patients lying in the hospital? It is not the doctor alone who is attacked. It is the public and the helpless patients who are attacked. And a civil society, a conscious society, don't you think it has to be questioned? It has to be challenged, this attitude. And I am sure that you are the best persons who can highlight this issue. We have met the government, politicians, administrators, but we don't see any light. Police force is still worse. Although I cannot say it publicly, they use this opportunity to extort money from doctors and hospitals. Doctors are easy target for these sort of things. Because if they want to go to the court and things like that, their working hours get affected. You have a consumer case in the court. How many times the doctor is forced to go to the court? It takes 3 years or 4 years before the final verdict comes. He don't have the time to do that. So somehow he may not even argue. He gives a compensation and get out of it. That's what is happening. In spite of that, 99% of cases filed in consumer courts, doctor is innocent. Only in a small percentage compensations are awarded. That itself shows that there is a lot of frivolous cases. Even that we are not complaining. But assaulting a doctor, destroying a hospital, where very sick persons who cannot on their own move, is it not a cruelty to humanity, to mankind? Don't you think this has to be, our voice has to be raised to solve this issue? We require the human has to come. In a democracy, media is very powerful. You can make or break or make things. If you are convinced, project these things, definitely we can succeed together. And this is something which has to be solved.
Thank you.
15 or so have happened.
Remove. That will come.
थैंक यू। इस वक्त में झारखंड स्ट्राइक पे है, बिहार स्ट्राइक पे है। अगर गवर्नमेंट सॉल्व नहीं करती तो नेशनल हेडक्वार्टर्स को पूरे इंडिया के अंदर में प्रोटेस्ट करना पड़ेगा और कोई ना कोई सोल्यूशन देना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, इमेजिन कोई मीडिया आदमी अब्डक्टेड है, सोचो वही सिचुएशन में हम लोग हैं। हमें डर लगता है जब एक सिपाही बाहर जाता है, पुलिस वाला, उसे पता नहीं होता रात को वापस आऊँगा कि नहीं आऊँगा। ऐसे ही डॉक्टरों के मन में भी धीरे धीरे ये हो रहा है कि रात तक असॉल्ट तो नहीं हो जाएगा। सो डॉक्टर्स वांट इम्प्यूनिटी फ्रॉम असॉल्ट। वी आर नॉट अगेंस्ट आंसरेबिलिटी, वी आर नॉट अगेंस्ट ट्रांसपेरेंसी, वी आर नॉट अगेंस्ट किसी को कोई भी चीज़ हो, लेकिन जो असॉल्ट्स हो रहे हैं, डॉक्टर को एब्रिक्ट कर रहे हैं, डॉक्टर का मर्डर कर रहे हैं, वो गलत है।
How can a doctor confidently get out of the house at 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock if there is a call from a hospital when such things are happening?
What is the motive behind?
These are money, extortion of money.
जिसको मारा गया 50 लाख मांगा गया था, 50 लाख ले लिया, 60 लाख 100 टारगेट से डॉक्टर
दिए नहीं।
Negotiation was going on.
How many of us, how many of you sitting here will be able to afford 60 lakhs if you are abducted? Your wife will be able to give. Half of the doctors sitting in Delhi may not be able to. 60 लाख 1 करोड़ इज अ लॉट ऑफ मनी। और जो दे सकता है उसको तो अपडेट कर लिया आपने। बीवी बच्चों को कहाँ पता होता है पैसा कहाँ पर है। सो इट इज समथिंग।
सर एक और है जो नेग्लिजेंस केसेस के डॉक्टरों के वो मतलब
से नेग्लिजेंस अगर है
कोर्ट के
में जाओ, कंप्लेन करो, कुछ भी करो, मार नहीं सकते, हाथ नहीं उठा सकते, वायलेंस नहीं कर सकते। बात ये है।
In this civilized society, this is not the way. You don't take law into your hands.
yes.
We have an established system of redressal of grievances, and if the law is taken into the hands by every citizen, and he decides what the punishment has to be given, where will we go? How can the democracy be sustained? These are fundamental issues which definitely has to be solved. Or else we will be forced to go on strike. Doctors don't want to come to the street because we have much more responsible
आज हम सिर्फ आपके लिए इसलिए आए हैं कि
job to do in hospital. But if things go worse, if we cannot practice, then we can have to be in the street.